Today on Men Calls the Heart, we talk about support, surprises, and spectacles. Stay tuned, Hearties.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Yes! Hello, Hearties. Welcome back to AfterBuzz TV.
I like all the
We are
lights.
here doing One Calls the Heart after show. Here it is. I mean, seriously, that gets better every week.
I know, it's a great song. I love that song.
I love it. Welcome back, Hearties. It is Season 5, Episode 6, Love and Marriage episode. I'm your host, Marissa Serafini. Joining me, I have...
James Law Jr., and I'm wearing, Southeast Hardies. I'm wearing a shirt, Southeastern Hardies.
Hashtag party like a Hardy,
Party like a
y'all.
Hardy. I'm wearing it today.
Southeastern Hardies.
Yeah, Southeastern Hardies.
That's so cool. And for those who may not have noticed, I'm wearing glasses.
She's wearing glasses with me this time.
It's
That's a glass
for
wearers.
Phillip's storyline.
But you do wear contacts
Yes,
normally. Yeah.
I have very bad myopic vision. So
Yeah.
when we get to Phillip's storyline,
We'll talk about it.
we're going to get all into it. So these are actually real glasses.
Yeah, they're real glasses. Just wear them
They
today.
are not a prop. They are real.
And I wear mine all the time, as you know. So
Yes,
okay.
because we both have terrible vision.
I can't see anything.
Neither can I. I could hardly see this whiteboard if I didn't have my glasses on. But yeah, we're gonna get all into it. We'll talk about Jack maybe losing his land, Phillip needing glasses. Goodbye to Pastor Frank. No,
I know,
no,
I know.
no. All the love couples, and then the married couples, and then news, devotions, and of course our fun predictions
Yes.
at the end. But let's get into it, James.
Yes.
What are your quick thoughts of this episode?
At first, I thought it was going to be this kind of light and airy episode, which it kind of was on some level. It was about love. It was very but it started kind of funny and lightweight. Then it had a couple of serious moments, but overall, it was a nice episode to follow up the big episode we had last week. It was just kind of nice. What do you think?
Yeah, it was nice, but also what I loved about this episode, everyone was having some type of crisis in their life.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
And I mean, it sounds terrible, but that is life. We all,
Yes.
and I feel like that's life and universal balance of everything. When you have like one good thing, such as a wedding, you usually have one bad thing that follows after, and it just keeps everybody in check. And it felt like everybody was struggling with something.
Yeah,
this
they
week.
showed a lot of the town.
Yeah.
we're really meeting the townspeople.
We definitely are, and not really meeting. We're just like checking in on everybody's
Well,
life.
also, I feel like, that's true too, I guess. But I just feel like we're really getting to know them, and also even when they're not talking, like Abigail was talking to, I saw the black guy. She was talking to him at one point in the background, and Jack was walk over to him. Somebody else was talking to somebody else in the corner over here. I love it. It's like we're seeing this fully formed town. I love it.
Yeah, and people in live chat, thank you, Hearties, for joining us every week.
Yes.
We'll get to you too as
Yes, we
well.
will.
They like my glasses.
They
Thank
do like
you.
your glasses. They do like you. I can see it's
Thank
good.
you. I picked them up myself. All right, so let's get into
Yes.
it. Let's talk about Laura and Bill. This was a fun. I'd have to say this was like the lighter
Yes.
story out of everything. There were some good laughs in there. But what are your thoughts of Laura? She now has this new coat, finds this note, but then goes to Bill to help solve this mystery.
Bill is hilarious. I just love his character so much. Jack Wagner's so good. It was kind of fun to see her get a storyline that wasn't child related, not really.
Yeah.
She was a conduit to love and a memory, which we'll talk about in a second.
She was.
And to have them work together, in a way she was kind of busting him on how, because you're busy, your feet were on the desk.
Your
a second
feet
ago.
were on the desk.
And
I'm like, oh, way to go, calling him out.
I love
hysterical.
that. Again, even the young women are strong in the show, and it was just kind of fun. And yeah, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. So you had the.
I love that
glass.
too. The magnifying glass.
They had a great. I hope actually they do a little more with those two. Like maybe there'll be a through line where she comes in for things here and there, and they just kind of. She's a straight shooter. She calls him out on stuff, and he's such the anti-hero, but he couldn't help but help her.
Yeah, and she doesn't mean to be the straight shooter.
No.
And I think that's just the brilliance of ignorant is bliss with kids, that they will literally say anything on
Yes.
their mind and don't realize that it might be sensitive or, in a way, not to say rude, but just so straightforward
That's how kids are.
and face value.
Yeah.
But it also keeps the adults in check too.
Yes.
Like, yeah, you're right. Bill's not really doing anything right now.
Well, any of us who have kids or grandkids, we know that the kids out of the mouths of babes, they always say, it's just funny. They're very pure and unfiltered.
Yeah.
they say what they see. They say basically what they see and feel.
Yeah.
And as adults, you kind of go, oh, okay, there's some truth in what they're saying, but...
There was truth.
But Bill...
But enough truth to get Bill be like... there was some reverse psychology there, which
yes.
I did love. But Bill
used to
and
be
Laura...
good.
eventually, like, I love how they had to go around in town asking a lot of people just to get a simple answer.
Yes.
Seemingly
Again, I saw we saw some more
answer.
townspeople. I like that.
But your thoughts of... It was Florence's note.
Okay, everybody. I cried.
Did you?
I seriously, I was when she read the note and started to tear up herself, and she was like, I forgot, I almost forgot what it was like to
Forgot what he saw in me.
yeah,
how
when he saw
I used
me.
to be.
I was sobbing like a baby. It was unexpected. I just kind of hit me maybe because I've lost people recently, too. And maybe that was it. It just like hit me. And when she hugs Laura, and her and Bill, they kind of hug. It was just like. I cried. I get teary-eyed again just thinking about it. It was such a sweet moment, but a sweet story.
It was. And it was just a good story for Florence, too. Because she's always, not to say the grouch, per se.
Right.
But she's always so unhappy.
Yes.
Which is really unfortunate, and I don't want her to pick her as like, oh, here she comes,
Right.
and I'm like, well, let's avoid her. But to see a softer, more vulnerable side of her, to know that once she was a happy person.
Well, I mean, we saw that with her, and we went to that storyline a little later, but Abigail, again, it was kind of like, we've been through a lot together. We'll get through this, too. It's like, we also forget that some of these women are widows.
Yeah.
They did go, when we first met them.
She lost her husband, too.
Yes, she lost her husband, too. So they went through a lot. So it was hard for her, I'm sure. And then to get this note, it was like getting a piece of him back. When he said Lovey, I was like, oh, Lovey. And I said, a nickname. And it was such a nice, I said I cried. I thought it was just something, people said they cried, too. I did. I didn't expect it.
Yeah, and what I like is that these widowers from, in this town, every once in a while we get episodes that has old things that their husbands used to do that affects the women in the future. Like we had Dottie and her husband left her money.
Yeah.
We had Forgive Me Pa, which was, Noah Stanton for Abigail. And this is like a love letter to Florence. So these moments that happen in the past that are affecting these women in the future. And I was like, I just kind of want to see everybody's, like all the different
You're right.
women's,
And I never thought until you just
and
said
what
that.
the husbands did for them before their death.
You're right, and it's given us a glimpse into their past a little bit because it's not all forgotten. I mean, it's part. I mean, assumingly we know these are fictional characters, but that character will be going through this daily, feeling the loss, and to get I just said this on my last show, just to get a piece of somebody you miss. That would just be the greatest gift. Just get a little piece of something that you didn't know was there.
Yeah, something beyond the grave, posthumous. I loved it.
Yeah, me too. It was a good.
It was great and refreshing to see a moment of Florence actually happy.
I agree.
For once, she's happy.
I agree. But again, it was a light storyline that got me crying at the end. So when calls the heart, you're good.
You felt it.
I did. When calls the heart, it's good.
Yeah, and you know what's another good thing?
Yes.
Conversations with Maria Menounos.
Yes, it is.
Our founder of AfterBuzz TV, Conversations with Maria. She has an amazing show.
Yes, she does.
It drops on iTunes every Friday. Definitely informative. Definitely learn about your life, just life things like finances, health, fitness, everything. Every life supporting topic she covers, whether it comes from finances, like I need help with numbers.
Animals, she loves animals.
Pets,
yes,
just entertainment.
Yes.
I mean, she talks to so many different people from all around the world.
Very diverse.
And it's one of the most diverse shows that you can listen to that's just so fulfilling and enriching in your life. So go check that out. Support our founder.
That's our girl.
Maria Menounos. Her show, Conversations with
Maria
Menounos. That's Menounos.
She's Greek. So.
She is Greek.
Yes, she is.
On iTunes every Friday.
Yeah.
Boom.
And it's funny because she did a show from the Sirius studios in New York. I wish she was back there.
Yeah.
She went into the Sirius and she did a show from there. So yeah, it's good. Check it out.
She's fantastic, you guys. Go support her. Let's get into Frank and Abigail. It's hard to talk about this for me because I love Frank so much.
I know.
I'm getting all worked up.
Yeah, I know.
But what were your thoughts of when we, at the beginning of the episode, they're talking to each other, but Abigail wants to learn more about the kids and the children at the hospital.
I almost feel like, and I don't know if you guys felt the same way, Hardy's at home or Marissa, I almost felt like she knew the answer. Like she knew that this was his calling.
Yeah.
She probably sensed it. And by asking those questions and talking to him, she wanted to get a sense of where he was at. And by asking questions and talking, you find that out. Like communication, as we always say, communication is key. I think she knew, and so it was kind of bittersweet for us watching it because it was a beautiful scene, and they're catching a fish, and and Cody's there, but we all kind of know it's, I don't want to say doomed, but it's just like he's gonna have to go.
I know, but also and I was live tweeting with everybody, but the moment he gave his answer about the kids and the whole story about Anthony, the child Anthony having pneumonia. And making a full recovery, but just the way Frank was saying it knows that he fell in love with the people that he's working with and the people that he's helping. Yeah. And I'm like, oh no.
He found his purpose.
He did, and I'm so happy for him. Yeah, we're happy for him, yeah. But what's one person's gain is another person's loss. And it's our town loss. It's the Hardys' loss for this character.
Yes, and Mauricia, I'm going to say in my card, just said it, and that is love, releasing the person you love to pursue their passion.
I know.
You have to let them go.
You have to let them go. But if they truly love you, they'll come back to you.
That's what they say. And she did say, she was to say, I wish I could ask you to come. I wish I could ask you to stay. And I got a little teary-eyed then, too.
I was more choked up in this moment.
No, I did too. I got teary-eyed.
I got teary-eyed. So, worked up at this moment.
Yeah, I did too. I thought... True love is selfless. Yes, moral masterpiece. It is.
It is. And I did love the moment when they're sitting and he's talking about what he's going to talk about for his sermon. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourself. Which is complete reflection of what he's doing with his life right now. Yeah. He's putting these children before him. He's helping others before he's helping himself. And I'm so happy for him, but I'm really sad he's gone.
I know. And like I said last week, it was really interesting. I didn't realize how much I missed him until I saw him again.
I know.
I was like, yeah, he's a part of the town. He is a part of Hope Valley. And he's the religious part of Hope Valley. And he was part of the strength of Hope Valley. And so he has to go, take Phillip, usher him over there. What's about Phillip's
I know, we'll get into Phillip.
Yeah, but it all made sense. I mean, it made sense, but it was sad.
Abigail had to make a lot of choices in this episode, but choices with now that Frank is gone, and we've been talking about it every episode, the building the Gowen storyline. I did not like the fact of the timing of how literally Frank left into the carriage.
Yes.
And then 20 seconds later, Gowen was in the frame talking to her. It's like, oh, hey, am I having Besser? It's like, don't be that person, Gowen. Don't be the knight in shining armor that sweeps in when she's vulnerable. Come on. Come on.
Oh my God.
Your thoughts?
That is hilarious. I never thought about that. That's pretty funny.
That's literally what's going through my head while I'm watching.
You actually kind of doing a production note there too, in a sense. Like, why do you make the two scenes like that? Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Well, they're building, literally one person leaves and another person comes in.
It's almost heavy-handed of them trying to get us to know that this is...
They're forcing it, and I don't like it. This is why I say it's forced. This is why I say it's forced.
I know.
But keep going. I'm actually really upset.
I know, just like it. See, I love that it's like a half production, half whatever.
I know.
So it's remember Florence came in and said her 2 cents right after he left the frame.
Your thoughts of Florence and her, how she was first of all upset, rightfully so. I mean, we all have those same ideas. Yeah, he threw the whole town under the bus financially. Yeah. So she'd be upset too. Yeah. She's voicing the opinions of the audience.
She is.
But then her moment of vulnerability as well with Abigail, just reassuring her, and actually apologizing after.
I like that. Again, I like that we've been through a lot together. We will get through this too. This town is nervous. I completely understand that. It's completely and. She did come in a little aggressive, and I was like, "Excuse me."
But that's Florence.
But it's Florence. She's just very straightforward, just
she's
emotional.
She's one of those people that has the nervous energy.
Yes.
She always comes in with nervous energy that just automatically builds anxiety for everybody else and unnecessary stress. I think we can pick out those people in life.
Yes, and she's a great actress. I mean, first of all, great actress.
I mean, she's amazing.
Yeah, but that's what's she's so good at it.
Loretta's great.
But I agree with you. She just has that nervous kind of energy. It's like, okay, girl, okay.
Calm down.
But I like that they talked it out. I mean, it was like, come back here. She got all loud. Come back here, girl. Everybody's looking. And they talked about it. It was civil, and she apologized. They hugged.
It was
like
great.
it. Yeah.
And I do understand where Florence is coming from.
Me too.
But it came from just a moment of genuine concern.
Yeah, it did. It did.
I get that.
Good description, Marissa. Well, that's what a World Masterpiece says to you.
Ooh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. But I mean, like, we saw a lot of sides of Florence this episode.
You sure did. Yes,
But
that's
I liked
good.
it.
Me
It
too.
was like-
Again, I guess like you said earlier, we're getting to learn
she's a
more
fun
about them.
character.
Yeah, she's a fun character.
Whether you like her for who she is,
Yes.
but she does have sweet moments too. I mean, we saw her the last 2 episodes.
Oh, yeah, she was
helping
great.
with the wedding
Yeah, she
dress.
was
It's
great with
like
the wedding, yeah.
she's actually a good person. She wears her heart on her sleeve.
Christine Farnberg
Say
says, I love that people on this show talk respectfully about their problems. They do.
Yeah,
They do, for the
They
most
do.
part. For the most part, they do.
and they talk through their problems too. And who's having problems? Phillip.
Oh, poor little Phillip.
Poor Phillip. He can't read the board. He's missing pop fly.
I understand
in
that.
Baseball, vision is blurry. Boy, I feel you.
Me too. I was by 11 minutes off camera.
We were talking beforehand.
We both were on 11.
James and I were both 11 when we got our glasses.
And I
I've
was
had
already
glasses for years.
I was already a nerd and already
Right?
at that point. I wasn't the popular, fabulous stuff I am today, but I was a little nerd at that point. And I thought glasses. All I need is glasses. And this was the 70s, no, early 80s. So I had big glasses.
Well, I won't tell you when I got mine then.
Yeah, there. Yeah, I know
You
when
can do the math if you know how old I am.
Yeah, we're about 20 years different. So, but my glasses were huge 80s. Like, just
Oh, the painful 80s
yes. Oh,
frames.
I had those. But I couldn't see, so I totally get that. And I like Phillip, I didn't tell people at first. I was getting headaches and stuff. I didn't tell people. Also, when he started wearing the glasses, I was like, at first I was like, well, yeah. When I wear regular glasses, I have like kind of nausea and
Well, yeah, because your brain is catching up with your vision
Yes,
and sending
yeah.
mixed messages.
But glaucoma for a kid, I didn't realize they could.
Glaucoma.
I didn't realize kids could get. I mean, I used to be a nurse, but I didn't realize kids could get it. I know anybody can get it, but I just never. I've,
Juvenile glaucoma.
yeah, so
I always hear, sorry, not to cut you
Yeah,
off,
go ahead,
I
please.
always hear adults having this condition,
Yeah.
and you rarely see it with kids.
Rarely ever. So, but it can happen, obviously. But they explained his eyes watering. So we got a lesson. We got a little lesson in health. I thought it was kind of cool. We got that lesson.
I did like the moment how Carson, is going through all the vision trials and tests and stuff, and then it seems like, oh, he just needs glasses. We all do. But then it got more serious. Like, oh, shoot.
Yes.
He could lose his vision. He's only like 8 years old.
I know. I can't
And
lose your
just
vision.
The mere fact of thinking of a child going blind,
I know.
because even back then with their medicine and just surgery, operations, and procedures, they're not as great as medicine it is today. So a lot of kids did go blind back then.
Christine False Knight said, I can relate, James. I had pink cat eye glasses in the 3rd grade. You are aging yourself. I'm just telling you that right now. Like me, we're aging ourselves. Yes.
Well, I have contacts too to help with that bit.
Well, see, I didn't have contacts
See,
when I first
everyone
grew
knew
up.
when I got glasses because I was one of the first people in my classes to get it.
Oh,
So
really?
it was so painfully obvious. I'm like, yes, you guys, I have. But not to like seem like digression, but were you teased by the kids? Because we had Robert and Cody teasing Phillip.
Yes.
Did you ever have a hard time?
Yeah, I said I got teased a little bit when I first had my glasses because they were idiots, but they're part of the time. But yeah, I got teased a little. I was called Four Eyes and things like that for a little bit. I think I was never.
I embraced the 4 eyes.
When I got to high school, I didn't care. But I mean, when I was like in junior high school, we called it junior high school back then, not middle school back then. There was a little bit of teasing, but I wasn't bullied about them or anything. But there was just teasing because I had extra glasses on, and hopefully you're not playing basketball any better, James, because you still can't shoot. You still got 4 eyes. You can't see all those kind of things. So I'm gonna laugh about it now. It's just guys ribbing me and everything, but. Yeah, it's a little tough, and so that was very realistic. Because Javen and Carter Ryder are so good, they're so good at their characters. So to see them just do the whole thing, like that's what boys would do, man. That's what they would do.
No, and not just boys, girls did it too.
Yeah, I did too.
I feel like I had to speak for myself too because when I got glasses, I got teased a lot, but they always teased me because my glasses were always dirty.
Oh, what funny.
My basketball coach literally called them the Sahara Desert. Every time we did a basketball game, he always gave me, a hard time for having dirty glasses. So that's when I switched over to
That's
contacts
funny.
because my glasses got destroyed so many times.
Wow.
My parents got tired of buying glasses for me. They're like, Marissa, you're getting contacts.
Dude, that's so funny.
Yeah, but I get it.
Yeah.
Having bad vision, being a kid, being in an awkward stage in your life and other children are mean and terrible. It's so relatable. It still happens today.
It does. It does.
It's still very relevant.
Yes, it does. My granddaughter wears glasses, so there you go. The tradition.
I mean, we all do.
Yes, I know at this point, right? At this point.
We all do.
But I agree with Janet Isaac. I hope I'm saying it correctly. It was kind of fun seeing the kids apologize, make up, see them off.
Yeah, that was so sweet.
That's very nice.
My thoughts.
They all hugged. That was very nice. They hugged, and I mean, it's like that's what kids do. Kids make fun of each other sometimes, and then they make up. They fight sometimes, and they make. That's just what kids do. I mean, it's
Well, glasses do look funny.
Right,
I mean,
they
come
are. They
on.
are funny.
We know that.
We had a little
But it
opal,
doesn't-
and it was cute.
It doesn't diminish who you are as a person or your character.
Girl, this is a great therapy session for glassware.
is.
It's very tough, you guys. Seriously,
It is.
wearing glasses is not an easy thing.
I had to update my prescription last year,
Oh, my goodness.
and I'm like, my vision's getting worse. It's just an ongoing
Mine too,
issue
yeah.
for us that have to
Yep.
deal with it for the rest of our lives.
Rest of our lives. yes.
Congratulations, we are Class D on our license.
Yeah, that's
So-
right. That's right. I'm actually getting new.
Whatever.
I'm actually getting new passport photos, and I had to get a doctor's note to say I have to wear glasses.
There you go. You have to wear glasses.
Yes, I agree. I love the way
So
Elizabeth handled
myopic
it.
vision, I feel you.
Yes,
feel
and
it.
Elizabeth did handle it very well.
She did. She was
did.
so sweet.
I
during
tell you, she's the
this.
best teacher. I'm like, I wish she was my teacher. I see it every week.
Even the moments when Phillip was like, I didn't want anyone to be mad at me. I was like, how could we be mad at you for
But she
feeling
was.
bad?
She's having to play the surrogate mother to him though, because
Yeah.
Dad's away working. And,
She's the one taking him to the
know.
doctor
Yeah.
twice.
yes.
Twice. I mean, because she's just a good person.
Right. Right.
But glaucoma, I hope it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
I have faith, and
Me too.
they're not going to do any harm to Phillip. I mean, they did harm to Cody last year. We're like,
I know.
no.
No. Right.
Any storyline that could go worse with children, you're not going to go that way.
No.
Not on this
it's
show.
fine. I actually almost think this was more of an ushering of Pastor Frank leaving. Let's just give him a reason that's.
Oh, and bringing another person to
Yeah.
the hospital.
Yeah.
This is his journey in
Yeah.
life now. This is now his path. He's helping kids.
Yes. So I think that
Good
was
for him,
So I think it
good
was
for
more. I
him.
think it was more of that. I think than
know.
him going blind. So that's good.
And it's just very convenient that they both had to leave at the same time.
Yes. Right. I know.
I mean, I'm just sad that Frank is gone. But that does leave the open, potential for him to come back.
Yeah. Well, it does. No,
It
he
leaves the door open for him to
leaves
come
it.
back.
Totally leaves him to come back. And somebody
we
goes.
want him to
Somebody goes.
come
He need a haircut. Did you guys like his hair like that? It was a little longish.
He's always had longish
That's why I
hair.
always thought he had longish hair, didn't he? I thought he did, didn't he? I
guess.
thought he did.
I don't mind the long hair. He
I-
seems very kempt.
Yes, it was fine. It wasn't disheveled or anything.
Whatever.
Yeah, I love it.
Long hair is fun to play with. Whatever.
I
I can speak because I have long
You
hair.
have long hair.
All right, so let's get into the married couples. We had the fun relationship people, and now we're getting into the married couples. But before we actually do that, let's shout out some of our hearties, shall we? Go for it.
Chickens. I just love saying your name. Everybody was in here going, Chickens is here.
3 weeks in a row. Hello,
I
chickens.
love Chickens. Royal Masterpiece, Christine Frost Knight, Maya Ruffin, Lee Beth, Sharon Stark, Golden Dog 7, Debbie Welch, Janet Isaac, let's see, Mauricia Carr, Jessica Bender. We got like 88 people in here. Christine Frodenberg, Hope Moorhead. Hey, Hope, I love the first name.
Yeah, you do love Hope.
Yeah, I do love Hope. Linda Brown. Let's see. Jordan Blackstone's in here. of
Hi,
course.
Jordan.
Girl, Jordan. Jessica Bennett, Stacey Matthews. I love seeing these names. Freddie Bates.
Kenzie Morris.
Jackie Bush. So we got people in here.
Yes.
We have some
Hello,
people in here.
hearties.
Hello, everybody.
Thanks always for tuning
yes.
in. And speaking of tuning in, also on iTunes, you
Yes.
guys, you can rate and comment on iTunes.
Yes, you can.
Then you know what's the fun thing about iTunes? If you go to iTunes, literally the iTunes store, type in When Calls the Heart, our show comes up first before the actual episodes.
Yes, it does.
So go check it out, When Calls the Heart,
Yes.
AfterBuzz TV. Rate, comment, subscribe. Rate with 5 stars. There's no other stars other than 5.
No, not at all.
Leave a nice comment and we'll
Yes.
read them.
Yeah.
Such as now.
Right
James,
now.
go for
Okay,
it.
so we got some great comments. I'll read these really quick. Royal Masterpiece. So good to hear from you, of course. You're in the chat room. So thank you for this wonderful show. Love James, Marissa, and Maria. It's a wonderful place where you could welcome to express and share your thoughts. I love hearing what the hosts have to say as well. Now, I hope I say this correctly. B Hicks 6.
Yes.
I wish I had found this podcast before going through 4 seasons at lightning speed. And we go down. There we go. Lightning speed. This is absolutely one of my favorite shows, and I love listening to the podcast. None of my friends watch it, so I enjoy the podcast discussions and the fact that the hosts love the show as much as I do. Upbeat and positive. Let's see, am I missing?
Here, I'll
Yeah.
read another one.
There's another
Aaron
one, yeah.
Allen _TN says, a must listen for 2 Hardys. Hello from Nashville. She
Hey,
was
Nashville.
waiting for our channel to be separate again. Yes, don't worry. We did separate
Yes,
it,
we
so I'm
separated.
glad it's super easy to find for you guys. She says, I've listened to your show for a while and look forward to it after each episode. I enjoy your camaraderie and easy conversation. The show has a very relaxed feel, and we are just friends sitting around and chatting. Yeah.
Yes.
James and I are friends, and we're chatting to all
We
you guys.
are, yeah.
And she especially likes when we have guests, and we're always very positive.
Yes.
And she always goes away feeling happy with new insights. Yeah.
And then good.
Thank you.
I'm glad. We're here. We're a safe space. We love the show. We're hoping that you guys love the show too. That you want to talk with us. And here you have your opinions. We have ours. And
Here we are.
but we all love the show. We all that's the meeting every Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, so just keep rating, keep commenting, keep leaving reviews and stuff on
Yes.
iTunes, because everyone's trained in Facebook and iTunes. Now
Yeah.
we got to train people in iTunes.
Yes,
Or,
and,
like in
and
Twitter.
I want to
gotta
give a
train
shout
people
out
on
to
iTunes.
Mary Jo Vincent, who did give us a great comment under the YouTube. I thought I brought
Mary
it with
Jo.
me, but I don't have it. I'll read it next week. I thought I had it with me. But she wrote a nice thing about you and I and how we produce the show. She actually said.
I love Mary Jo. We
too.
actually traveled both times to Vancouver
so funny.
on the same plane for HFR2 and HFR3. So I've spent quality times
with
with
her.
Mary Jo.
Yes,
I
we love Mary
you
Jo.
too.
Yes,
You're
we went there.
amazing.
So you just want to give a shout out to her, but I had it. I had it. I don't know where it is now. I thought I brought it with me.
Thank you, Hardys. You're fantastic.
Yes, you are.
Let's get into Lee and Rosemary. Aww.
Very relatable.
Is it loveless? Has the relationship gone loveless?
It's very relatable. I mean, that's the thing. You get married, so you have all this. In the beginning, it's just all roses and rainbows, and she's watching Jack and Elizabeth because they're in the newlywed stage.
Yeah.
Which is natural, the newlywed stage.
The
So, of course,
honeymoon's over.
right. For her and Lee, it's now just the nitty gritty. It's just everyday life, and she's larger than life anyway.
She is.
So I thought it was kind of fun. They had to kind of rediscover. Lee is smart. Lee's a smart guy. But I had to laugh.
He's smart. He's kind of oblivious.
That's man. We're oblivious. We're oblivious.
But your thoughts of Rosemary trying to do all these nice romantic gestures and Lee spilling soup all over her love letters.
Why did that at first when he wasn't listening to her? That to me, that scene is such a realistic scene. I've been caught doing that too sometimes when someone's talking to me. That where he's reading the paper. And she's just she does kind of ramble on sometimes about things, rapid speed. But when she mentioned those pants, I thought nice inside joke. The plaid pants, no, he was like, no. So Lee's plaid pants, we love you out there.
Yes.
But that was so funny. That was kind of a funny inside thing. When he's like, you can get rid of the other, not the plaid pants. I thought that's his signature. But it seemed like a really realistic, just kind of. Their relationship is they're still new to me, but I guess in that time period they're not new anymore. I
Yeah.
guess, right?
If you think about it, they got married
A year ago, right?
Like season 3.
Yeah, so I guess they're not really new anymore. It just seems, but I know that Jack and Elizabeth are so new. I think it would make you re-examine your relationship a little bit. Like, well, where's my romance and where's my love and that soup? I gotta tell you something because I'm on a special diet right now. That soup and sandwich looks so. Did it look good?
No.
I love tomato soup. I soup.
don't like
Oh, you
tomatoes.
don't? Oh, that's why you don't like tomatoes. That's right.
We've had this conversation.
We have. That's
That
right.
is not fit for our show.
No,
right now.
yeah, no, we're not. But
I know I'm weird. I don't like tomatoes. You can't have watermelon. I can't have tomatoes.
that's true. But
It's fine.
tomato soup on a rainy day for me and a grilled cheese sandwich. Oh, it's so good. But that soup looks so good, and I'm hungry.
And then he spills it.
I know they spilled it. It's like, oh, she had wrote this love note, and it was.
And sopped it up with the love note.
I know.
Oh man.
So yeah, so
But,
it's yeah.
yeah, I did love the moment when she's sitting on the couch. As sad as it was, when she's like, "Yes, when did it go cold?"
Yes.
It's terrible when things go cold.
I love that double speak. It was a double thing going on. I love
the
that.
double meaning. And
Yeah,
like,
double meaning.
How did it get ice cold?
Yes.
Yes. How? It's
I
like
know.
it was just done so effortlessly.
I agree.
It was funny.
Yes.
But yet still
I
endearing
know.
at the same time. But I mean, it took him a minute, but Lee finally realized, like, I know you're blue. I got you tickets to Pirates of Penzance.
I thought that I saw Pirates of Penzance when I was a teenager.
Same here.
Oh, you did? I want to say
I've seen
again. I was like, so I've seen it, but it was great the way they did it. I was like, oh, they're gonna do this. I because that's very her. She likes the theater.
She loves Broadway.
Likes Broadway. It totally made sense. I was in.
The original touring company of
I know.
Pirates of
I
Penzance.
know.
I was like, oh, that had to be amazing.
Yes. So I mean, so I really liked that. That means he does know his wife.
Yes.
He does. I mean, he's a man. We're men. We don't think of that stuff automatically like that.
It
so
takes men a minute to
Yeah.
realize there's something wrong
yes,
with the woman.
yes. Well, 'cause a lot of times
Eventually they get there.
Well, yeah, because a lot of times we're really busy with the work and other things, and we're not really we got. Plus, we got you already, so that takes you have to be reminded to keep you,
To keep you.
because men are about to chase. So we have to be once we get you, the way we got you already, we got to remember that once we have you, we have to cherish you at the same time.
Boom.
There you go.
love
Good night,
it.
everybody.
And
Mic her up, yes.
moving on to
Yes.
Jack and Elizabeth, the newlyweds.
Yes.
First of all, Jack in a robe.
I know that was so funny.
I loved it so
I know we
much.
have the picture up there, but like, it's
Yes,
so crazy.
Jack in a robe.
I was like, oh, that's an interesting look for him. I'm like, I guess you would be in a robe.
Like, good morning, Mrs. Thornton. Good morning, Mr. Thornton.
That's right.
I did love that. But, you know, even him and his romantic gestures, he's such a romantic guy. Shoot,
He is.
where are they in
Yeah,
life?
he is.
Burnt breakfast, flower petals everywhere.
Yes.
You know, the whole wedding.
The breakfast was
bliss.
so funny. When they showed the plate, she was like, yeah, I won't be eating this. I won't
It's
be eating
actually it's good karma in a way, because he
Yes.
always gave her
Yes.
a hard time
Early,
about
yes.
her shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie, that's right.
Shepherd's pie, which has, I'd like to think, improved over the years.
We hope so, right?
But now it's coming full circle. It's like, hey,
Yes.
Jack, you're not the best cook either. All
I
right?
love that they could joke with each other about it.
They can.
That was the cute part, is that they were joking around, and because I really feel like they're friends, also in addition to being in love.
Yeah, well, I always hear when people are getting married or like betrothed or who are married and celebrating anniversaries, like, I married my best friend.
I feel like they did. I can.
Yeah.
But we can joke around and no one's taking it too seriously, and the food's not that good. And she's like, "Well, I'll cook tomorrow." You know, like it's
I'll
kind
treat
of.
you to dinner.
Yes, it was just very nice. It was like you could joke around. They both, because the way they both laughed after that, it was a fun laugh. It was like a fun laugh between
was.
them. It was cute.
It was.
It was really cute.
And even Elizabeth's romantic gesture of,
Yes.
let's recreate a first date.
That was very nice. I didn't see that coming. I was like, that's very interesting. And the kids were all sitting there ready to be like servers and stuff.
Dancing.
They were dancing, but then.
But then the land.
But
Of
Yes.
course, with emotional upheavals that the
Yes.
show does so well,
Yes.
Jack might lose his land. Your thoughts?
I was like, don't let him lose his land, because but it's very, again, realistic. Mm-hmm. Because he outlined everything. That's why he was able to give him the loan, and yeah, even though he's paying it, the bank can opt. I mean, all this stuff. So it's
Demand loan.
demand loan. So it's a very interesting. This whole bank thing is really affecting everything, which it should. That's the kind of point. But I think it was just. I'm glad that I loved how Elizabeth was very much like, "What are you doing?" Wait, she was like right next to Jack.
Yeah, she was the first one talking. You realize that?
Yeah, she was right next to there, and she was not gonna let this happen either. She's like, nuh-uh.
It's none of your business.
Right, exactly.
She was like, not putting up with
Then
it.
she was.
I was like, yeah, you go,
if they
woman.
had snaps back then, she would have been snapping.
She would have
It's
been
like, excuse
snapping.
me.
Totally
She's like, excuse me, with her man.
And
So
said, this is our land.
exactly.
Why do you need the value to it?
Yeah, I know. She did. You're right. She did speak first. That's funny. She did say that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's but the way they were galloping up to that point, it was like they were getting there.
They were on the defense.
They were getting there.
Get Jack's land back.
Yeah, they were. So that's so funny you said that. They were. And but I know that he's
Jenkins.
I know Jenkins is trying to do, I guess, the best he can. I guess I'm trying to think he's not really a bad guy, is he? He just thinks he's in a bad position. or is he a bad guy?
I don't know. He has bad tendencies. Like, he doesn't really think about people's feelings first.
No.
When we saw the town the first time when the town was going under, he hid in his office when the town was storming his office. So like, he's cowardly. He has a lot of cowardly moments. He doesn't want to face people.
That's true.
And he's willing to throw everyone who, like, if it helps him, like, under the bus as well. Yeah. Because when I love when Abigail went out to him.
Oh, yes.
And oh my goodness, keep up the payments and land well. But like what she says, there's what's legal and what's right, and that's not right. Yeah, woman, let's be honorable and not underhanded. And I love the moment when she was like standing up to him. Like,
she was stepping to him, as we say.
That was like
she was stepping
an authoritative
to him.
demand.
It was. No, she was. She was being Miss Mayor.
Go away, Jenkins.
She was Miss Mayor. And he backed down, didn't he?
Oh, so down.
Yes, he did.
Did love that moment.
Me too.
Like, yeah, Abigail, that's why you're mayor. Because she will be the person and the voice for people when they can't be.
Yes.
And she did.
She did.
She did it. And like, Jack and Elizabeth didn't ask her to.
No, they didn't.
It was just like simple conversation between two friends that Elizabeth dropped that this was an issue. She's like, no, I'm going to do something about it. So good.
It was
Love
good.
Abigail.
It was. And of course, when things were reversed, you used to make your payments. Jack and Elizabeth ran over and said, I knew
it was her.
Yes. And it's Abigail, and again, I gave her a hug. So that's, again, the family comes together, the village comes together.
The village does come together.
I love how he said our land. That's right, our land.
It's like, there were so many good quotes in this episode that, like, honestly, I just put them on a poster.
Yes.
And there's my quote of the day. Yeah, and just the way that Abigail went about things, got things fixed. And we know even Jack was very determined to keep this land, his house, so determined not to even go to Elizabeth's father for the money.
Oh, he said, he's not going to do that.
Pride.
Yes. My reference says, he's not a bad guy. He's just the epitome of it's not personal, it's business. So I kind of feel that way, too.
And he's also, Jenkins is a person who's stuck between a rock and a hard place right now.
Yeah.
So I get that. But he's also seems like a person who's willing to just do whatever is a quick fix without the expense of people's, emotions or the actions of how it can actually affect them.
Right. Chickens. Abigail in your face. That's right. She was in there. She worked it out.
Faith wasn't in this episode.
She wasn't.
Just
I know.
Thinking of it.
Oh, yeah. Thinking about people's show. We didn't have her.
Yeah. But, I mean, Andrea was great last week, too.
Yes, she was.
So
yes.
we got a lot of Faith last week.
Yeah.
Your thoughts of Jack's new assignment in Fort Clay?
I got a little nervous at first. I was like, so now I know people were talking in the chat room. Is he out the rest of the season? Is he out for a couple episodes? I mean, we have 4 episodes left. So I don't know, but I like
already.
that. I know it's going so fast. I love that she was like, "I'll come with you." You're not. First, she was worried at first. She's like, "Wait a minute, I thought we were done." And he says, "It's not an assignment that's like in the war. It's just training." And so it's a high profile. I get it. A man who wants to up his career for his family and for himself. I get that part. So a lot of men can relate to that. But I think it was. I was getting a little nervous. Like, oh no, is he going? Like, okay, come with me too. So I was like, she'll probably come back by herself possibly, but I think it would be nicer to go there and.
Right, I had a prediction about that. That's also in my predictions too.
Yes.
But I did predict that he'd be called away for duty for something.
I think you did.
And in a sense, he did. He did get called.
He did get called. And
I wasn't expecting so soon.
Me neither. I thought maybe a few episodes down the line, then that would be.
Yeah, I was expecting like finale-ish.
Again, production notes. We're like sometimes like we're doing soon. But yeah, it's. I know all the fans are like, oh no. I can almost hear everybody go, oh no, at the same time.
But it's we say oh no because they literally just got married last week.
I know, right?
Or like in their time 2 days ago.
But it's his job. He's a Mountie.
I know.
His job is he's a Mountie. He doesn't stay. I mean, he has to go off.
He has to go. He has to go where duty calls him.
Yeah, exactly.
But they made the best out of it. It's kind of like a blessing in disguise for them. So instead of going to Chicago, which is a great place.
Yes.
I mean, guys, they should still go to Chicago when they can.
Yes.
They decided that Fort Clay will now be their honeymoon. And Elizabeth's going with him.
That's good. So why not? That's a good compromise.
Who's going to be the teacher? Maybe Florence. She tends to fill in here and there.
That's fine, but
it's like
they
she's
should
leaving
have
her kids for two.
they
2
should
months?
have a honeymoon.
Yeah, they should.
They should. That's life of a Mountie, exactly. Hands
That's the
down, I'll go
life
with
of-
you.
Well, we've read it a lot. We've read the whole series now. Well, the original
series, yeah.
And we always see the Mountie going away.
Yeah, they just
We
do.
always
It's
have.
their life. That's their life. They're here to protect and serve.
Like there was times when the whole book was just Elizabeth,
That's true. That's actually very true.
and maybe like 2 chapters of
Yeah.
Wynn.
Yeah, that's
That was
true.
it.
That's true.
That was it.
Yeah.
So it's true to just the principles of always getting assigned,
Yeah.
going away,
And that is the
and
life
then, but
of
eventually coming back.
that's the life of someone who's with somebody in the military. I mean, I'm sure military folks can relate to that. Military wives can
Until
relate
they
to
decide to leave.
that. Right, until they decide to retire and leave.
Right. But oh man, have we covered it? Anything else about this episode?
I think
Favorite
we like I said, I cried when Rosemary got the letter. So that would be my favorite moment, I guess, of the whole
Right.
show.
I cried when Frank left.
And that's another good moment too.
It's very upsetting
That's another good moment.
because Abigail was upset and so was I. Anytime what Abigail's feeling, that's what I'm feeling. So yeah, Frank is gone.
So he's gone.
Darn
Sorry,
it.
guys. Mark Humphrey's on the show.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you'll see him on Hallmark somewhere, I'm sure, right? Mm-hmm. I'm sure he does movies.
Eventually.
He does movies there.
Yeah. Then he's gonna come back.
Yeah, I mean,
We love his
yeah,
character.
we do.
All right, so let's get to some news, shall we?
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, a couple fun things. Kevin Smith
Oh, yeah.
appeared on Home and Family this past week.
Yes.
That's
good.
Yeah, he was great. Unfortunately, he couldn't go. But he had a really good interview, and he talked about acting with Pascal.
Oh, my
and just
girl.
their fun banter that they have on set and just their fun chemistry, because he said that how they play and act with each other, it started off as like a friendly competition. It's like actors, competing with other actors, like I'm the better actor, X, Y, and Z. So there were moments when they're filming, and when filming, like when they said a line, he would say something funny and to lighten the mood, and they just kind of naturally built this back and forth teasing and playfulness with each other, and then it just translates to the characters and to
Okay.
them off screen. And just his moments, he loves acting with
Yeah.
Pascal, and we love their relationship too.
Yeah,
of
we
course.
do. They're so good together on the show, and
Yeah.
there's great people. You know how much I love my Pascal. So
I know you do.
yes, I do.
And also, he talked about his cooking skills because he's an amazing cook. So maybe he could cook for us one day.
Yeah. Oh yes, please.
Just throwing that out
yeah.
there. Who knows? But yeah, he also did say at HFR3 that he's a good cook.
Okay.
So he talked about his cooking skills and where he got it, and
Oh, okay.
being raised by his family, learning all different cooking
They
skills
say
in
Kevin
life.
was charming.
Yes, he was. Yeah, I'm sure he was.
Sure he was.
I'm sure he was. And then, of course, we have to say,
Oh, yeah, we have to say it.
congratulations to One Calls the Heart.
Season 6.
Season 6, you guys. Hearties,
six,
we
season six.
did it. A round of applause.
I know
round of applause.
that's amazing. I mean, this is great. The show is going on. I mean, there might be a season 10. I mean, I'm almost seeing that this could actually happen.
I mean, it could.
With season 6, there are 10 episodes a season or whatever.
I mean, we started, we were already on 3, and now we're going
know.
on 6.
I know that's amazing. So congratulations, When Calls the Heart, Hardee's, Hallmark Channel, smart decision. The show is so good, and people are really loving it. And
Really
I have
taking to it.
friends who don't even know the show; they know about the Hardee's.
The Hardys are forced not to be recognized.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And
Yes.
we do love speaking out as well. So
Yes.
congratulations. We're getting a season 6. It was so early in their promotions.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it. Like
yes.
earlier than what we've expected. They always wait to the end of the season.
Yeah, they do. So
Like to the finale where we're getting 6.
Well,
but
if
I
you-
think the wedding episode did so well. We're like,
yeah.
it's pretty blatantly
Yes.
obvious we're going to get another season.
And I think I will say this. I don't know this for a fact, but I think because of the social media presence that you Hardys have started and are growing, it really is impressing them.
yeah.
But I know Brian Byrne is impressing all that. But I mean, Hallmark Channel, I'm sure I think they're impressed too. By
Yeah.
seeing this. This is from scratch. This is all from scratch.
The wedding episode had like 210,000 tweets. We beat Walking Dead.
You did.
So take that, zombies.
Okay, I watch both shows, but yes, I love me someone calls hard. I'm always rooting for that first. So, but
Yes,
it's just
yes. So we're gonna get into our fun devotions segment.
Yeah, you Hardys loved it.
Yeah,
love the last when we do these. So
Hardy's do like that. So we're just going to talk about maybe 1 or 2 chapters of the Brian Bird and Michelle Cox's When God Calls the Heart, our fun devotion segment. James, do you want to start us off?
Yes, so we're going through these. There was devotionals 8, 9, 13, and 14 really stuck out for me.
Okay.
Quickly, just 8 was "You're More Than Enough," which I guess talks about how you have what it takes to push through, have faith. 9 is "Clear as Mud," which I like that title. God sometimes shows you the way, and it's clear. 13 was "A Cure for Everything," wash away worry through prayer. And 14 is if the lace-up boot fits. Sometimes the answer is right underneath you. It's funny, all 4 of these kind of match together for me as one big, basically have faith, don't worry, pray. It tells you in the Bible not to worry anyway, because God will take care of it. And also, sometimes we think we're searching for something that should look a certain way, but it's right over there. It's like it's right there too for you. You should be going, and God's gonna try to show you over there, but you're busy looking over here, going, "Well, it needs to look this way. It needs to look that way. It needs to feel this way." No, that's the way it should feel and look, and it's still gonna benefit you. And you're still gonna like it. But we have to kind of I always say, step out of your own way.
Step out of your comfort zone,
Yeah.
which is chapter 17, or that's actually chapter 16, is getting out of your comfort zone. But chapters 16 and 17 really spoke to me well. We got up to chapter
17. I did 17.
You got up to 17, I got up to 20.
20.
But 16 and 17, it's the whole idea of stepping out of your comfort zone and like what God does to us. So it's like, well, why do you think God sometimes asks you to get out of your comfort zone? Is to also explore things about yourself that you didn't know were out there, or you didn't know what you're capable of. And I get that. I think a lot of people can relate to. Sometimes we thrive the best when we're pushed out of our comfort zone because we're so busy trying to swim and to keep afloat that you, at the end, when you do survive, you realize, oh, hey, I went through that.
Right.
You had that moment of, I got out of my comfort zone and I beat it and I came out on top.
Yes. I just think, if you believe that God's going to guide you, then you shouldn't be worried. You stay in your lane, do what you're doing, and you'll trust that the things that are good for you and that are good for you professionally, personally, will enter in your plan, and you'll be wide awake to know that they're for you.
Yes.
That He's gonna present stuff to you, and you have to be wide awake enough to know that this is for you to receive it. And I've learned that lesson just the last 10 years of starting my life over. So I mean, I've learned to worry less, because just worrying is an emotion that doesn't do anything for you. It's not positive. It's just, as long as you acknowledge it, that there's some fear of the unknown, which we're all
which we talked about last
time. But just pray, like Sharon Stark said, pray, hope, and don't worry. Yep. I like that, Sharon Stark.
Let go and let God. And also, just for 17 to wrap this up, is that also one of the questions, describe a time when you lost patience and try to open a door that appeared to be shut. And I think a lot of people can also relate to this too.
I've done that.
When you go out and do something, or like say for the entertainment world, you go out for an audition and you lose your patience because you're trying to get answers back. It's not always going to be that way.
I had that. I had that recently, and so I'm going to tell you. And now that opportunity didn't happen, something better did come along. That was more suited for me. But I thought I wanted that thing so bad, and I was upset for them taking so long. And yes, James, just let it go. I had to get my own way. Right.
And sometimes when, as much as you want it, you can't force it, because that's also just God's way and the universe's way of saying, no, it's their way of saying no.
Yes,
I agree. Something else will come of it. So, just keep patient, because something better will come your way.
Yes, so definitely.
Even though you wanted it and it's not coming, just wait.
Yeah.
Keep your patience.
I agree.
All right. So that brings us to predictions.
We'll do some quick predictions.
Quick predictions before we go.
And now, your AfterBuzz
TV predictions.
All right. I actually have
You go first. Yes, you go first.
Okay, so I think there's actually going to be a time jump of 2 months.
Okay. Yeah.
That next week, Jack and Elizabeth will actually come back. I don't think we're actually really see for Clay. We might see it for a minute, or they might not just show us at all.
Yeah,
They'll just
okay.
come back to Hope Valley.
Okay.
And the time in just the narrative will jump forward 2 months with nothing really being missed. Like, we haven't seen it. It's just like, okay, yeah, the town is still thriving on its own. It's just 2 months later. I think that might happen. AJ Foster returns.
Oh, yes, I'm excited.
She's going to stir up something with Bill.
Yes, she is. I'm excited.
And this could be an end of the season long predictions because we saw in this that Jack got called.
Yes.
I still think he's going to get called, but I think now that they're married, I think Jack is going to be reassigned. That could be the season finale.
Okay.
Jack gets reassigned to another post location, and now because he's married, Elizabeth would have to go with him. So the whole season end drama is they're both leaving the town.
I like that. I mean, I don't like that, but I mean, I like
Gasp!
that could be interesting. That could be very interesting.
That, like, I don't want that, obviously.
No, obviously not.
But how amazing and how dramatic of a storyline would that be?
Maya was like, I
That's
need
the season
Marissa to
finale.
predict that Jack will come back so that it will happen. Yeah, her predictions are like really right on. I don't have any predictions right now because I mean hers are very right on. I'm going with yours.
So that's my prediction.
Yes.
Like, I think Jack is definitely coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, we don't.
Yeah.
But it's the last 4 episodes too, which last season he left, and we didn't see him for the last 4
know.
episodes.
I
And now
know.
that we have 4 episodes left of this season, it's very up in the air. I'd like to think that he is actually coming back, but again, at the end of the season, I think he'll be reassigned, and Elizabeth will have to go with him because they're
There you
married.
go. There you go.
Because that's actually very true to the books
But
as
don't say
well.
don't say to the books. It is very much.
See,
Yes.
but that's a great dramatic story.
And we'll leave it at that. I'm not gonna, I have no good predictions. That's good.
I think the town would be lost without these two.
I know. Oh my god.
But yeah, I would be for drama in
Yes.
that way.
Yes.
All right, so no other predictions?
No, I'll go with yours.
Just go with mine.
You just dropped the mic. You dropped the mic on that one, so we'll leave that alone.
Boom. All right, thank you, Hardys, for always tuning in. In the meantime, James, where can everyone keep following?
So, Mitten Hardys, I'll see you guys April 14th. I will be in Frankenmuth, as I'm saying, I pronounce it. I will be there. I hope to see all you there. Also, if you're in LA, folks, LA peeps or South LA or South LA, Southern California Hardys, I am running some workshops. You want to get organized, meet me, have some fun. I'm giving away some gifts. I have one on April
People
7th.
are like, no, stop.
They see it there. April
Yep,
7th, April 28th. I'm running my first 2 workshops. They're for a couple hours here in LA. Go to my website, thesuperorganizeruniverse.com for details. You can meet me and we can talk and I can give you some wisdom on getting your life organized. But otherwise, you can find me at James Law Jr. where all James Law Jr.'s are sold at James Law Jr.
There you go. You can follow me everywhere at Serafini TV. You can follow all of us here, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube, all that fun stuff at AfterBuzz TV. Keep rating, keep commenting, keep subscribing, keep watching When Calls the Heart, and we will see you next time, Hardys.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, Hardys.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.